What's going on, MMA fans? I'm back to do my UFC 92 Ultimate 2008 predictions, taking place December 27th on pay-per-view. Very, very good card, top to bottom. If you have a chance to go watch this, please go watch it, whether it be at the sports bar or with your friends. I'm going to work my way from the bottom of the main card all the way to the top like I normally do. First fight of the night, Czech Congo taking on Mustafa Al-Turk. Czech Congo, of course, training out of Wolf's Lair with Michael Bisping and Quentin Rampage Jackson. Very, very dangerous striker, good leg kicks, has good hands, has that good Greco background. Last couple fights, Dan Evanson, Heath Herring, Mirko Cro Cop, Suario Silva, Carmelo Marrero. Taking on Mustafa Al-Turk, who is training out of the London Shoot Fighters camp, is the Cage Rage heavyweight champion, has some of the most vicious ground and pound in all the heavyweight division in the world. He has a good wrestling background, good grappling experience, good hands. Last couple fights, Mark Kerr, James McSweeney, and Gary Turner. In this fight, I hope Czech Congo has worked on his wrestling. It's definitely been shaky in his last couple fights. If he hasn't, I think Mustafa Al-Turk is really, really going to jump all over him. I think Congo can impose his will on the feet, but what I see happening is Al-Turk able to last on the feet, get the fight to the ground, get through Congo's guard, get to side control, work his ground and pound like he's so good at doing. And I'm going to pick Mustafa Al-Turk via a second-round TKO. This is definitely a dude to look out for. He's very, very dangerous on the ground. I think he's going to do some damage in the UFC heavyweight division for some time to come. Okay, on to the next fight. Wanderlei Silva taking on Quentin Rampage Jackson. This is their third meeting, of course. They've already fought twice in Pride. Wanderlei Silva, known for his devastating knockout power. Why he's known as the Axe Murderer. He has knockout power in his hands, his knees. Black belt Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, training out of his Vand fight team, and also Extreme Couture. Last couple fights, Keith Jardine, Chuck Liddell, Dan Henderson, Mirko Cro Cop, Ricardo Arona, Rampage, Fujita. The list goes on. Quentin Rampage Jackson, training out of Wolf's Lair. Good hands, much more improved hands, good clinch, good wrestling background. He's definitely come a long way as far as when he was in Pride. Last couple fights, Forrest Griffin, Dan Henderson, Chuck Liddell, Marvin Eastman, Matt Lindland. Keys to this fight, very, very tough fight to call. One, is Wanderlei Silva going to be able to come in, and is he going to be aggressive? Is he going to be the Wanderlei from Pride? Two, is Rampage going to come in 100% mentally? It's one of the things that haunted him in Pride, was where he was at as far as his mental state. Tough fight to call, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pick Rampage Jackson via split decision. I think he's going to come in close to 100% as far as his mental state. He's definitely come a long way as far as his striking. His wrestling has gotten so much better as well. I think he can last on the feet. I think he can do very, very good on the ground as well if it goes there. So I'm going to pick Rampage Jackson via a split decision. Next fight, CB Dollaway taking on Mike Macenzio. CB Dollaway training out of the Arizona Combat Team. A very, very good wrestler, Division I wrestler, good hands. Last couple fights, Jesse Taylor beat him via the Peruvian necktie. And, of course, lost to Amir Sadala. Taking on Mike Macenzio, who is a blue belt Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, good wrestler, good hands. His last couple fights, of course, Drew McFedries and Dan Miller. Key to this fight, if CB Dollaway is smart, and hopefully I think this is his game plan for this fight, is to keep this fight standing. Don't try to go to the ground. Use his jab, use his 1-2 combos. I think he'll be smart enough, if it does go to the ground, to try to avoid submissions, get out of the guard of Macenzio. I'm going to pick Dollaway via unanimous decision, but I won't be surprised if Dollaway makes a mistake and Macenzio catches him. Okay, on to the next fight for the interim heavyweight championship. Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira Big Nog taking on Frank Mir. Nogueira, black belt Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, good hands, very, very excellent boxing background, a lot of heart. This is the guy that you just punish him, and he comes back and shows, a lot of heart. He's a warrior. Last couple fights for Nog, Tim Sylvia, Heath Herring, Josh Barnett, Fedor, Heath Herring again, Mirko Cro Cop. Taking on Frank Mir, who is also a black belt Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, training out of the Las Vegas Combat Club. Decent hands. Unfortunately, he's had some cardio issues. Still has some cardio issues. Last couple fights, Brock Lesnar, Anthony Hardonk, lost to Brandon Vera, beat Dan Christensen. Marcio Cruz, breaking Tim Sylvia's arm. In this fight, I think Nogueira outclasses Mir on the feet. I think on the ground, it's kind of a toss-up. I think Nog still got the better pure grappling all around. But where I see Nog winning this fight definitely is on the feet and pushing the pace and making Mir tire out. And I see Nog catching Mir in the third round, standing with either a good jab or a good cross, dropping Mir, falling to the ground, and finishing it with a third round TKO. So I'm going to pick Nogueira via third round TKO to retain the interim heavyweight championship and to go on to fight Brock Lesnar. Alright, on to the main event for the light heavyweight championship. Forrest Griffin taking on Rashad Evans. Forrest Griffin, of course, training out of Extreme Couture. Excellent grappler, good ground game, good cardio, good leg kicks, good hands. His last couple fights, Quentin Jackson, Shogun, Hector Ramirez, Keith Jardine, Stephan Bonner. He's also fought Tito Ortiz and Jeremy Horn in the past. Taking on Rashad Evans. Rashad Evans, of course, a Division I wrestler. He's got very, very good grappling skills, training out of Jackson's, of course. He's got good hands, good leg kicks. He's really, really well-rounded now compared to where he was. Last couple fights, Chuck Liddell, the vicious knockout of Chuck Liddell. Fighting Michael Bisping, Tito Ortiz, Sean Salmon, Jason Lambert. The list goes on. This is a very, very close fight as well. Both guys are very talented. Both guys are well-rounded. I think Forrest is going to come in with a very, very good game plan. I think he's going to employ, similar to what he did with Quentin, leg kicks, jab, circling out, trying to outpoint Rashad. If he gets the chance to go for the kill, he's going to go for it. Rashad, I see him trying to get this fight to the ground and exchanging some with Forrest, but, he's going to go to his bread and butter. If he's not able to win on the feet, he's going to try to take it to the ground. I think Forrest is going to be able to use good sprawl, use his takedown defense. If this fight does go to the ground, he's got very good grappling, he's got underrated wrestling. I think he's going to be able to impose his will, go for submission attempts, and I think he's going to win this fight. I'm going to pick Forrest Griffin via a unanimous decision. I really do think that he's going to be able to impose his will on Rashad. I think it's going to be a close fight. I think it's going to be 3 rounds for Forrest and 2 rounds for Rashad. I think it's going to go back and forth, but I'm going to take Forrest by unanimous decision. So those were my picks for UFC 92. Give me some comments, constructive, negative, positive. I'll be back the night of or the night after to do my review video. And on that note, you guys have a great day.